everybody, what's up? It's Jay back on Replay Republic Instant Replay with more Hardspace Shipbreaker. Today we're going to jump right into it because, most of the action isn't in the menus here. But one thing that happened last time, if you were watching, was that we had a different kind of gecko. So far, we've tried to tear down the Station Hopper Gecko and Stargazer Gecko. And as you can see today at Ship Grade 5, based on my Apprentice Level 7, I guess, it's offering Salvage Runner, Heavy Cargo, and Stargazer. And since we've already taken a look at Stargazer, I think we should probably do Salvage Runner today. Although I haven't seen either of Heavy Cargo or Salvage Runner. This is going to be a first for me. And I'm glad to have you along. So let's get going. What do you think? Heavy Cargo, Salvage Runner. Salvage Runner is worth more. All right, we'll pick that one and we'll get into it. Clear the salvage. It's not existing shit. Let's go. Yeah, one of the interesting things about this game is that the state of the salvage bay does not persist. So, as I've mentioned, if you have a crash to desktop, or if you just quit and want to resume, ooh, look at this, quit and want to resume, you can't pick up salvaging a ship where you left off. That ship is gone. You start from scratch. So this is our salvage runner, the Jealous Guan, like guano, Jealous Guan. Anyway. So we've got all these neat looking exterior fittings. What are these? Utility arms. Utility arms. Alright, so what are you doing? Are you picking apart other ships with your utility arms? What am I doing outside? If this is a giant spacecraft for disassembling spacecraft, what am I doing? Anyway, okay, so we've got another arm here. Got a couple of these bays that look like they open. We've got 1, 2, 3 thruster caps. Looks like we have to salvage thruster class 1. And anything else? Anything on the bottom? More of these arms. Okay. So we've taken stock of this. I think one thing we want to do right off is when we start getting into stripping this hulk of its nanocarbon outer panels, hull panels. I don't want to get into the situation I got into last time where I had a valuable component, sensor tower, I think. Sensor cluster, I don't know what it was called, sensor something. Still attached to the outside of the ship as I'm diligently sending all the hull panels off to be recycled in the processor. So, I'm going to pull off all these exterior fittings since they don't seem to need interior access to do that. Let's get it done, get it out of the way. Don't have to think about it anymore.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Yeah. That's the challenge with a new ship type is there's so many distractions. Right? You keep discovering new things. As you go to do one thing, you'll discover something new. And, last time I found it challenging. It took me several more days of salvaging than I wanted it to get the work order taken care of. Come on. Yeah. There we go. Pull it down. Cross. That's good enough. Boop.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
And what we got? We've got another arm there. If I get above it, I should just be able to rip it off and give that a little boop on the snoot straight down. Yes, no,
Salvage
tumble.
secured.
That's
Account credit
perfectly
applied.
valid. That's what I asked you to do. Alright, so got all the exterior fittings off. Kind of looks like it. The other side looked good. This side looks good. Got those doors and panels. You know, there's a lot of... Got this airlock door, and you've got those two, looks like salvage bay doors. What are those called? Are you gonna tell me? Panel nanocarbon. It doesn't give it a name, but I'm feeling like there might be an elevated risk of
airlock pressure levels dropping.
explosive hull decompression here. Like, we might have more openings to the outside than we expect. I don't really want to repressurize this whole thing.
Airlock pressure levels increasing.
Well, we'll repressurize it for now. Oh, okay, what have we got? That is a forklift. We need this forklift. We're going to salvage one of those. We've got just these side bays full of mounts and just ship parts just floating around. That's well, let's get a flashlight on here. There we go. Yeah, these bays full of floating components with glass windows in them. Alright, so that's an electrical panel. If you look at that part of the outside of the inner hull, we will see a few circuit breakers we have to pull there. What's here? Yeah, that door's closed. Does that mean we're pressurized? Let's depressurize. What did I just bonk my head on here? What is this? Industrial voice. Is that, I didn't see that on the list. Okay, depressurize.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Okay, so now we... Oh, okay, this is the reactor. I don't know what's going on with this thing. That coolant pipe, is that lit up? Do you see any lights on that? I don't see any lights on that coolant pipe. I don't see... No, I don't see any lights on that coolant pipe. Let's follow it around. Nope, no lights on the coolant pipe. So if I do the fuel flush that I normally would do in one of these, this thing's gonna melt down right in my face. I don't even have any panels off this thing. Ooh, tricky. All right, let's, we're depressurized here, and I'm stuck inside the hull, so let's pop one of these side panels off. You know, any panel will
do. Air pressure level decreasing.
So do we just pop the bottom off? What do we just mess up there? It doesn't look major, but maybe it was just the airlock. I think we blew the bottom off the airlock. You know what? I'm okay with that. In the spectrum of mistakes I will possibly make today, I'm okay with that one. Alright, let's get moving here. Start slicing and dicing. Yeah, it's still playing the "you screwed up" music, but frankly, I knew the airlock was pressurized. I knew the rest of the ship wasn't. And now we've got a bottom panel free. I would say result. I would say result on that one. We've popped open the bottom of the hull, and everything is in a known state of pressurization, right? That's what we want. We want the pressurization state to be known. I will point out, though, that I said earlier we were at an elevated risk of me doing something stupid, venting some pressurized part of the spacecraft to the out of doors. And that is what has happened. What is that? It's panel aluminum. Okay, it's fine. Panel carbon. Yeah. You come with me if you want to be reprocessed. Oh, come on. That thing. Why does that thing weigh so much more? Alright, we'll tether it. Cutter. Tethers are your friend. Alright, let's get moving. Yep, just, you know, always whirling and whirling. Cut that. Cut that. You see we've got this cut guard here. And if you haven't seen one of these before, this looks like a cut point, but reversely, it's exactly the opposite of that. You cannot cut this. Now this may change with upgraded equipment. So with upgraded equipment, I may be able to cut through those cut guards, you know, with maybe extra time or something. I don't know. I'm not there yet. You know, I'm a little bit afraid of any equipment that could cut through cut guard, because right now, you know, I'm gonna put my split saw on. Right? It's gonna cut from between
Your
basically
oxygen
2
reserves are
points,
low.
right? That's the first
Note
thing
that
that it can
excess
cut.
carbon dioxide can cause damage to Link's equipment.
I gotta get back and get some O2 here. Split saw will cut between the extents of what it's able to cut. Right, and so if I have an upgraded split saw that can cut through, I don't know, through nanocarbon like it's butter, I'm gonna have to be a lot more careful in the cuts that I do, and that might take more time. I'm not sure if I want that, frankly.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
I use the utility key. Oh,
We've got about 5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Weaver out.
thanks, Weaver. All right, let's get a move on here. 5 minutes left. So we've pulled out a little strip here. Oh, look at that side piece. That's, again, I'm not using the phrase side piece correctly. That hull beam section? Sure. Pulling away gently. Alright, so this, unlike the station runner
Valuable
geckos,
object
this
processed.
has a really
Credits
nice
awarded.
access method to the reactor. And what are we looking at here? Are we salvaging the reactor today? I'm not, but it's worth so much. I can't overlook that, right? Let's get this down out of the way. Oh, this thing's weighs away. It weighs a ton. It weighs a literal ton. Over 1,000 kilos. So let's pull that down with a tether. Whew, and the other
Valuable object
hull
processed.
panels that
Credits
I've
awarded.
cut free are now moving, so let's get those going. And hopefully that keel can keep going on momentum alone. Yeah, it looks good. One more. Good. So yeah, if you allow one object to occlude the tether of another object, that tether will self-destruct. So I gotta be careful here. So I'm looking
Valuable
at,
object
yeah,
processed.
I
Credits
sure am glad
deposited.
I didn't do the usual thing and flush that fuel line, because that would have been instant meltdown. Today's video would have been a pretty short one. All right, we're dead. That's all. Tune in next time. So it's I guess in a way it was a little bit forgiving that they left the designers here, who I've credited before for intelligent ship design, ramping up the difficulty here. But I'll do it again. The fact that they set this trap, but also left the bottom of the space, you know, that contains that console you use to flush the fuel lines, they left that open, right? So you could just peek through there if you were curious and go and see if everything was in order, and then find, hey, now it's not. This ship has seen better days, and there is no coolant, so there's no reactor. So that's good. That's good. That's good design, and just another one of the reasons I really like this game. You know, it kind of feels like when you're starting out that it's just a physics sandbox, and you're just exploring the interiors of these ships. But you know, they've really taken ship design as, you know, level design to heart, and it's yeah, it's really impressive. It's really impressive. That's why I keep coming back, and hopefully you'll keep tuning in. So, cut away some of these. I don't think we're going to get to with 90 seconds left. You know, if this is intentional, we're not going to get to extracting the reactor today, because what you really want is the reactor to pull gently free of the ship. Okay, here's a note. We haven't flushed the fuel, and so I cannot deal with the thrusters yet. So really, in this ship, I've got to get the reactor out before I even think about the thrusters, and that's dangerous, right? Because this thing's going to arc when I pull it free, and if it starts arcing,
time is winding down, Cutter. Dig deep and let's finish strong.
I got 90 seconds here. If this starts arcing, it's going to destroy things on the way out. So, you know, we really got to think carefully about deconstruction order. This panel just jammed in there. What is that? Whoa, Nelly. Yeah, that goes into the furnace, not me. Not me, I said.
Raw material processed. Credits
Pull me in.
deposited.
Yeah, that's what you do. You pretend you're the fish and you reel yourself in. We got 22 seconds here. You can hear the music for a second being like, hey buddy, you sure you want to go into the furnace? Alright, and that's not free. We're not finished cutting that free. So. 3, 2, 1. I don't even know if I managed to pop that. Whew, it was I would say it was a foundational day, right? So we got out there, made some cuts, pulled off, you know, some nanocarbon, almost enough to break even there. Actually, in total, between the panel nanocarbon and miscellaneous nanocarbon, we are in the black. But that's about it, right? That's about it. Utility arms, they weren't worth very much, were they? Oh well. We're learning. Let's review the work order. So we've got to get those. We got to get the thruster. We got to get the forklift out. So, would be good to try to figure out how to empty out the interior. I just don't want to destroy anything that's irreplaceable when I'm getting the reactor out, because that thing it's a loose cannon. You know, even if you're doing it right, it's freaking out. It's arcing all over the place. You're spitting coolant everywhere. So maybe we'll try to get the forklift out first. Salvage metal, salvage fuse. First time I've actually seen it's worthwhile grabbing those fuses after you pop them out. Salvage fuel. See any fuel tanks? You got to get them down, because, you know, again, they're delicate and they can be destroyed by salvaging some of those meatier, riskier components. And coolant. Industrial hoist. Yeah, I think I saw one of those in the ceiling in, did I? Data drive on the inside and railguide. I don't know what railguide is, but let's go get it. Good morning, Shipbreaker. Every day is Groundhog Day. Alright, let's take a look at the equipment. Everything's looking good. We're still rank 7, so I don't know, maybe we want to upgrade something while we're at it. More fuel. I mean, fuel's never been the limiting factor here, but that's a cheap upgrade. Might as well. Charged push. So, yeah, I can get myself into even more trouble with push than I normally do. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do that. Upgrade charge push. So now if I hold down the boop button, I can charge up my boop, excuse me. Stop calling it boop and start calling it boot. Alright. We're going to continue salvage today. Links mandates each cutter salvage the maximum amount of value possible in a timely manner. Well, those are mutually exclusive. Rewards and recognition may be given to top performers. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so there I was in space with ship pieces kind of ajar all over the place. That looks ready to go. Let's get it across. Yeah. It's not gonna go into the furnace, is it? It's gonna bang off that. No, it's gonna glide on right on by. That's cool. Okay. Let's moving along. So if we look inside here, talked about salvaging the
Processing
reactor,
valuable objects.
but then,
Credits awarded.
as discussed, there's a lot of stuff inside that we want to be really careful about. And remember, we need to salvage some fuses. So if we can move up here, put our hand on there. There we go. And where'd that fuse go? There's one. And I believe I saw on the other side of the inner hull there were more. It's just random crap, man. You guys pick up a lot of debris. Usually when I see debris,
Deposit
you'd see that thing
accepted.
charging up as we went. Usually when there's random debris floating around, it's my fault. But not today. Oh, there's another one. There's another two. Okay, so we'll fulfill our fuse quota right here. This... Oh, I forgot to...
Electrical damage.
Forgot to wait for the lights to turn off. Yup. 2, 3, go. Okay. Alright, well, our health has suffered. If there's a health kit inside, we'll have to grab one of those. Yep, that hurt a bit. 52 health. Suit's okay. It's, reminds me of, Mech Warrior, right? Kill the meat, save the mech. Suit's fine. What do we got here? Got some more furnace fodder. Just floating around.
Material deposited.
It's like they put the less valuable stuff in the outer hull. Okay, let's get this out of the processor. By they, I mean the operators of this ill-fated salvage beast. Look, it's not that risky. It's fine. It's more furnace fodder. Go. Using a lot of tethers here when I could be test driving.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
My new booter. The upgraded booper is a booter. Go! Yeah, that was less impressive than I expected. Anyway, let's go in the right direction. So, result. So the plan, as discussed, is to strip off as much as we can to make
Object accepted for
interior
processing.
truly
Credits
accessible.
deposited.
And we're getting a little bit of physics shake here, so I'm gonna try to cut free what I can. 'Cause that disturbs me. If that doesn't damp itself, it feels like the kind of thing that could just get worse and worse until the physics engine did something unexpected. Whoa.
Processing
Hello,
valuable
Panic.
objects.
Alright, we're
Credits
good.
awarded.
Get that in there. Move some of these panels out of the way. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, so what do we got? We got a coolant tank up here. Yeah, we need one of those. It's 87 kilos of coolant. That appears to be 57.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Go. So we're partway there. Any coolant on here? Doesn't look like it. Looks like this is just ready to go. Ouch. Ready to go in to the processor. Let's get it going. Get on, little doggy. That's a big doggy. That's a large doggy. Okay, there's another coolant tank, and I think that will do it. That's only 57 kilos. That'll do it for the coolant goal. Salvage coolant complete.
Salvage secured. Credits
Excellent.
deposited.
Okay, let's get that going. Don't even need to boot that. We're just we're on the way. This one seems to be a little heavier. Let's get that going. So we're gonna have really good access to the interior shortly, with just maybe one or two
Processing valuable object.
cuts to the
Credit
inner hull,
awarded.
and then we can start taking out some of those high-value items that we don't want to get damaged. You know, if this is expressing that potentially my confidence in my ability to extract that reactor is low, well, I'd say you have a good read of people. You know, it's a new ship type, and we've already discovered one little trick, a trap set for us by the designers here in the form of a missing coolant system. So there could be others.
Valuable object
There
processed.
could be others, my friends.
Credits deposited.
You gotta stay frosty. So is this thing ready to move? Is it ready? Oh, there's another coolant tank. I think it's ready.
Warning.
To move.
Oxygen reserves are low.
Yeah, right. Oxygen low. Let's get back to the vending machine. Whoa! What are you? Why are you way over here? Well, let's not get distracted. We'll go collect that. I guess that was something I thought was going where it was supposed to, and it was not.
Oxygen
let's-
level stabilizing.
Let's go collect that before... What the heck, man? Okay, we'll bring it up to the tether point. Wow, I think it must have bounced off some other piece of salvage. I wonder if that... I don't see any evidence of it happening anywhere else. Okay. So we'll knock this into the processor. Yeah, that's not happening. Okay. We'll tether this into the processor to this side and pull it off to its own right. And that should pull against the wall there. Should pivot inward. And some of these panels are just too big to be easily manageable. And that one, yeah, that's gonna sever that tether. Hopefully it's got enough momentum.
Valuable object
Okay, good.
processed.
Finally, that's
Credits
gone
awarded.
in. Give that a nudge. Okay, moving on. This panel. We're trying to pull this side off. I see that coolant in there. Don't need to worry about it too much. Just need to get that side panel off. It's jiggling and it's not moving, so I've missed a connection point somewhere. There are a couple of them. There's one. Bit of keel is free. Let's get drifting. Yeah, we'll use the stinger there because I don't want to hit the power plant, which appears to be directly behind it. And there. So are we moving this yet? There's some stuff kind of jiggling around, but it's not moving the way that I expect. So what if we pull this coolant tank loose? Just to give it some room to breathe. We can pull that panel as well. This one's free. Clearly that one's free. It's not so critical. I mean, I could come back to this.
All right, Cutter, you got 5 minutes
We got
left
5
in this
minutes
shift
left.
before they turn the lights out on you.
Yeah,
Either
exactly.
that or
Hello.
we've out.
Hello. Well, I really did want to get into salvaging the interior today, but we're still looking at hull panels, so. So should we just take care of that uniformly? Yeah. Get everything cut that we can. An airlock. Could cut that airlock free. That'll free up the one top lightweight hull panel. Vertical cuts here so that I don't induce the split saw to keep going and cut right across the eminently destructible airlock. Sort of a hollow two-piece. Yeah, I've damaged those several times. Well, destroyed them, really. Trying to make horizontal cuts to free the airlock. As I mentioned before, you gotta be a little bit cautious about those split saw upgrades, because that will only get worse. Okay. So this is free. Let's get this going the right way. That is not the right way. It is not. Not the right way. So no points for elegance here. That is wacky. That's some wacky physics right there. Not the game's fault. It's my fault. For sending this thing off the wrong way to begin with, but okay. I think this one's ready to move. Certainly appears so.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
And this one does as well. Just love to see those peel away, man. It's satisfying. Airlock free. Slow it down. Good. Oh, there's another. Oh no, that's just lit up to
Salvage
remind me
secured.
forever
Account credit applied.
that I screwed up. Pull that one up. Okay. So we're gonna have very little haul tomorrow if all this goes well, and that's gonna be good because I think the first thing I'm gonna go for is that forklift.
Object accepted for processing.
Let's make
Credit
that
deposit.
2 tethers. That is a large piece of hull, man. Are you sure you want all that to go right now? You know what? It's okay. It's got some keel attached to it in the center. Hull exterior piece, but that looks good. Looks good. This is just hanging out. Look at that movement. Yeah. Go. Yeah, this
Cutter,
thing.
we're getting down to the wire.
Yeah.
Let's put a bow on this ship.
Salvage that.
Credits awarded.
That's power generator. It's not on the manifest on the work order, but it's worth salvaging. It's also worth not getting close to, I think. Go. I'm just gonna move that up a little bit so we don't hit anything when it contacts the barge. 30 seconds. Good.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Now is this piece of the hull, is this ready to move? Can I move that? Yeah. I'm gonna use 15 tethers, so it's not ready to move. This one is, yeah, we really don't want to be futzing over the exterior hull next time, so try to get those moving. Okay. Well, that was a much more productive day, right? $3,144,590.00. Reviewing the work order, we salvaged the nanocarbon, so we're done with the exterior hull in terms of what the work order requires. So any additional salvaging will just be for ease of access. Salvage fuse, salvage coolant, rail guide, data drive. So I gotta look around for that data drive before things get too messed up inside. Industrial hoist, salvage fuel, salvage metal, salvage forklift. I hope the data drive wasn't in the airlock, because if so, it got blown into the abyss. So we'll check. Good morning, Shipbreaker. We'll check up on our equipment status here. Still got lots of links tokens. Oh, these suit rental, grapple rental, cutter rent. They just drive me crazy. I just hate renting things. Check our equipment. Equipment's looking good. The grapple's at 81%. Just get in there. Get in there. We've got 15 minutes and a whole lot of value still left in this thing, so we'll get moving. This
Object
can go.
accepted for processing.
2
Credits
grapples, right?
deposited.
Yeah. Series 2 tethers, excuse me. Anything stuck to the inside of that? No. So this thing is caught up on the cockpit inside of it. So this tube is the cockpit, and it usually has computers and storage at the end of it.
Processing
bow end
valuable
of it.
object.
And it
Credits
will
awarded.
interfere with the ability of that front piece to move sideways. So we'll have to salvage those first. Down a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so these pieces here. You can hear that breathing, man. It sounds stressful. Going inside again. That reactor makes me nervous. Little touches just make this game feel more interesting, more real. So we've got that. Blew out the bottom of the airlock as expected. So let's go inside here. Look around for that data drive. Yeah, let's do it. Door console. Hey, you guys gonna... oh, I guess that's not working anymore because I pulled the power generator off. Right, so all access now to the interior here will be from the exterior, which is not so bad. Industrial hoist. Now this cuts away from the ceiling. Let's get on that. Until how delicate things are here, we'll be using a stinger. Okay, is that free? It does appear to be free from the ceiling. Industrial hoist, clamp, and rail guide. Rail guides. It says processor. Okay, so we need to cut this hoist away from the rail guide. So the rail guide's got to go in the processor. And we need credit for that. So cut those clamps. Alright. Let's get moving around here to the side. Get that last clamp off. So if I'm not mistaken, I've got all the clamps off now. Is that true? It looks like it's true. Now, yes, here we go. Okay, don't throw that around. It should be a sturdy piece of equipment, right? Given its role. Industrial hoist. You never know, man. Certainly not the first time. You see that? Just about went where I didn't want it to.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay, one down. Yeah, better to just pull it back out through this door. Yes. And put that down, and that is 2 of 2 industrial hoists.
Salvage
Now,
secured.
this
Account credit applied.
rail guide. Yeah, that's not going to come through the door. So we need another plan for that. And we've got this panel. So if I want to bring this through the floor, I'm going to cut this thing away. What if I use a stinger on this cross brace, the structure here? Cut that free. Okay, that's done. Now, this is still attached. This key is still attached. So now I'll use that to cut Here we go. We cut the floor away. Now I can send that. Excuse me. No. Up you go. Send that to the processor. Interesting. Did you see that? I hit that thing with my force push, and it turned from a green cut guard, which I cannot cut, to a yellow one, which I can, in a puff of green smoke. Oddly. So okay. Now
Valuable
that's
object
done.
processed.
Now that's done.
Credits
So now I
deposited.
can hit these and with the stinger, just to be better. Get this bottom panel away. Then I should be able to get the rail guide free. Okay, so you can see the work orders slowly cutting down here. I love. Well, so many games are about optimizing your time. I mean, there's some of that in this. You can speedrun this if you really want to. But I love that there's something in it for you if you want to be methodical. Because, that's me. That's my thing. I like to be methodical. I like to be thorough, even more than methodical. Right? There may not be a method to my madness, but I'm going to stretch that madness on as long as I can. Is this free yet? I don't think it's free. No, it is free. Sweet. Just, there's a couple of little quirks with the way the pieces connect to each other, and it's unfortunate in that I really don't entirely trust when a piece appears to be free, because sometimes there are arbitrary looking connections. I think I showed in the last broadcast that there was a piece I had done a horizontal cut right through. You could see daylight right through it,
Warning. Your oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically
and yeah,
profitable levels.
it was still counting as being attached to the rest of the spacecraft, which is a little bit frustrating, right? This immersive physics is all about cutting things free from other things, and
Welcome to Vendidron 9000.
and you
Oxygen
make a cut,
levels
and
stabilizing.
it's not doing the right real world thing. It's a little bit aggravating. Okay, so we were down here popping off floor panels. Yeah, I mean, I could probably get that out right now. If I pop off one floor panel, it's going to go from probably to easily. So let's do that. Get this free now. Hello? Is there something heavy attached to you? No, we're good. Just the mass of that seemed a little high. Go. Into the furnace with you. Now this rail guide is free. Those lights are in the way, so I could work around them. Or I could
Material deposited.
just pop them free. Go. There's two lights. Go. And remove the... Nope, we won't remove the
Salvage
door
deposit
control. That is it.
accepted. Credits transferred.
So that is not all that heavy. Well, it's not moving like it's heavy. Come down to me a little bit. There we go. And now this goes into the processor. Boop. Yeah, real guide into the processor. Show me. Kind of expected that to be the whole salvage. There are other rail guides in this. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I didn't expect that to be. I expected that to be objective complete with that. With that salvage. So what's in here? Do I know? Do I care? Looks like I want to grab the. Where did the forklift go? I thought I saw the forklift first thing after I came in. Maybe it's on this side. Maybe it's on
remaining in this shift. Get in while the getting's good. Weaver out.
4 cuts now. Can I pull this free? I can. There we go. Is that the forklift? Yes, it is. Great. Whew. You're a big... She's a big boy. Alright, get this down. Yes. Yes.
Deposit accepted.
Accepted my deposit. Oh, and there's the other rail track. Great. Okay. So now we're making some serious progress against this work order. 1, 2, 3. Now it almost seems like if this is if the rail guide is a processor item, you don't need to be so delicate about it. You could probably just cut most of it free and throw that in the processor. But, you know, this works too. There's a fuel tank. I'm gonna salvage some fuel. That... I'm just, you know, I just don't want to damage those fuel tanks. So if I can get this piece out to the processor, then I have access to the fuel tanks, which I do want.
Valuable object
Yeah, I gotta be
processed.
careful about
Credit
cutting into the
awarded.
structure here because we're getting really close to the reactor. Okay. Is there any way to open that door? Doesn't look like it, does it? Okay, let's bring these out gently. Yep. Bonk. Yep. Yep, easy does it. Easy does it. Alright. So, oh,
Salvage
95
secured.
of
Credits
97.
deposited.
So, as before, the goal here is don't screw up. Actually, this is not all that delicate. You just don't want to expose it to fire, mainly. You don't want to expose it to fire. No, you're out of range. Okay, good.
Salvage deposit accepted.
Alright.
Credits transferred.
So is this... I think I can cut 2 clamps off that, or are they going to 4? Good. Industrial hoist. Get this going down to the barge. Yep.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
And we're just going to carefully pull... Get that out of the way. Depth regulator. Yeah. And then we'll get this
Salvage
rail guide
secured. Credits deposited.
moving downward. Good. Okay. So now, can we pull it up and out? Oh, sort of? You know, I'm being delicate here. Delicate in quotes. Because I don't want to do anything aft of where I've peeled that floor panel away. Because I am, as you may have noticed, a little bit afraid of the reactor.
All right, Cutter. Wrap it up.
Hello,
You got about a minute left.
All right. So down to
Material
that rail guide to go
deposited.
in. Cool.
New certification level has been achieved.
Nice.
License level increased.
License level increased. Do I have a license to ill now? I have to go check. I think I'm level 8.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low.
Oxygen reserves are low. So tomorrow we gotta find that data drive somewhere in here. Hopefully, unless we blew it out the airlock. There's a data drive floating around. So with the oxygen critical, gonna call it there. Head back to the hab. And get a good start tomorrow. Yes. Quote complete. Congratulations, Shipbreaker. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed. You've achieved the prestigious rank of Laborer. New rank 8. Licensing upgrades. Laser cutter, handheld utility grapple, cross-spectrum scanner, helmet, work suit, ship class 6 certification. I wouldn't say I've mastered class 5 yet. Salvage data drive, salvage metal, salvage thruster class 1. Yeah, so we're gonna have to get to all of that. Kind of thing we could do today, you know, if we didn't hit any issues, which, you know, we do seem to hit those issues. The biggest issue I can think of is the presence of the reactor taunting me with its high recovery value. Repair that. Now, there were definitely upgrades to be had. That's a worksuit rank 8 purchase. However, that requires 6,150 links tokens. So that's a lot of objectives. O2 capacity. Yes, that requires 1,400. You know, it's only plus 100, but the number of times we go back, I think this is worthwhile. And then increase the recharge, and we should just be a little bit more, have a little bit more endurance in our activities. And cryo resistance? Well, I definitely plan to... Well, the cryo system in this ship is empty. So if I was going to prioritize anything based on known threats, I would prioritize heat resistance. Let's go. Let's get out there, see how much more of the buffalo we can salvage today. A great use of metaphor. The way that mixes with the musical atmosphere in this game. Huh. It's a little LOD pop in there. Did you see that? It just seemed like that cryo line wasn't there, and then it was. So this is a lot of cryo line, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Yeah, so, I was wrong. That says danger. So I go with more danger than already? I was gonna say I just upgraded cryo resistance. I picked fire resistance to upgrade because all of these lines were showing empty. They were showing empty. Alright, let's dig around in here. We've got to find that data drive. No, this is not gonna help. This is really not gonna... Hydroponics cabinet. You don't say. Did you, what's in there? I don't know what you guys salvaged, but, it looks a little questionable, I say. No. Duck under that venting line. Okay, so we're gonna continue our search for data drive. I don't see anything. I haven't been to the cockpit yet, I don't think. Battery pack? That's not it. Okay. So to get to the cockpit, we would go straight up here. Now, if this doesn't look like... Oh yeah, I popped the bottom out of this already. So how do I get to the cockpit from here? I think it's on the right. Let's open this. Oh yeah, I can't open it. I can just cut through the glass, probably. And that will explore the inside. What's happening? I can see something moving.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Yeah, so that was pressurized. It's okay. It's all good. Fine. Door control sparking. Yeah, buddy. You cool your jets. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, I won't go near that control. Here. Okay. Better now? Better now. Good. Atmosphere regulator. Blown loose. Yeah, maybe it's in there. It's crew quarters. I don't see anything here. So we'll look in there. And it says danger. That's pressurized. It says pressurized. But this structure. Look at this. I can look inside. What's in there? There it is. There's the day drive right there. So, can I bring it to me? Yeah, let's reach in there and get it. Okay, so now this is saying danger. So if I open this, I don't expect the door control to work at all. And if I open it, I'm going to expect rapid depressurization, right? I don't know. Can't tell. Systems, objects. Yeah, well. We'll do it. We'll do it and we'll see what happens. Pop that up. If this goes flying downward, I do not want to be in the way. Hello? Hello? Okay. One more. Right. Do not be directly down. Okay. So that's cut free. This is danger. It is not moving. It's not moving. Okay. We'll just keep cutting until something fun happens. That one didn't go. That one now. Just let go. And what else could it be possibly attached to? This one? Okay, we'll cut there. There we go. So that should be free now. And it's still not free. Perhaps there's some kind of interior fitting. That's holding this together. But, I would like to register my objection to the fact that you can see the inside of the room, right? This thing would be depressurized. We can all agree on that, right? So if something horrible happens to me, for once, it is not my fault. Yeah, there we go. So now one of these things should be nothing? Nothing. Bupkis. We're gonna have to cut. With this one saw. And come with me.
Deposit accepted.
Yeah, danger. We're cutting into a compartment. You can literally see into.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Yep. Well, that went into the processor, which is not quite where we wanted it to go, but. So we did liberate this data drive from this area. Is there anything else in here we want? No, we're just trying to save the ship at this point. So how can we get this reactor free? Thruster class 1 and metal. So if I safe the fuel, the reactor will melt down because only the fuel line is active. But if I cut the fuel line, So I guess I'm gonna have to try to go from thruster to thruster here and deactivate them. Oh man. It caused rupture in fuel line. Okay, so I gotta go X to Y to Z here. This makes me really nervous. Is there anything in here that's gonna blow up? Like any fuel tanks mounted here? No. Let's see if I can rehearse. Go here.
Warning. Your oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically profitable levels.
So let's get out of here instead. Think about what we're gonna do and get some more oxygen. Yeah, just the fact that I can't drain the fuel lines because we have no coolant makes extracting a thruster successfully problematic. It makes it hard.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Sure, we're gonna get some more food while we're at it.
Have a nice day.
Alright, that was interesting. I wasn't quite able to exit there. So, job here. Would it be more helpful if I could... I don't want to be stalling for time, right? But would it be more helpful if I could peel away these hull panels? I think it would give me more room to work. So let's do that. Get that moving. Not moving.
Cutter, you got 5 minutes left in this shift. Knock out that work order before they turn the lights out on you. Weaver out.
Okay, Weaver. What about the fight? I'm gonna pull this back. The thruster cap is on it. If I try to pop off the thruster cap right now, the thruster's gonna go crazy. Go. You go. I know you're free. Yeah. Okay. A little more access here. So my plan is to hit the vents on these. How do I get the reactor out? How can I get the reactor out?
Valuable object processed.
What's in here?
Credits deposited.
What's in there? Is there anything in there that I want? Okay, so if I can remove this cube, and I have good access to the reactor, and get the reactor out of there, is the fuel line going to be venting then? It is, but maybe then the thruster, it's well forward of the thrusters. If I start hitting the emergency fuel vent on the thrusters, then they might damage each other, right? But if I pull the reactor free, maybe the fuel issue will be localized to the area of the reactor and not give me any relief with the thrusters. I mean, I only need one, right? I only need one, but I don't want to lose this one. You know, we've worked with care and precision here, like a diligent space janitor, and I don't want to lose it at this point. Okay,
Deposit not accepted.
yeah, I threw the aluminum in the processor, that's
Processing
why.
valuable object. Credits awarded.
Okay, let's try and get that wall popped out. That didn't go, did it? It looks like I was just popping off the key here with the stinger rather than the whole vertical member. Yeah, this is messy. We're gonna run out of time here, and that aggrieves me. You know, I'm just trying to do a good job, right? Just trying to do it right. nobody wants you here. Okay, that's the furnace. This goes to the
Raw
furnace.
material processed. Credits deposited.
This is free, and it goes to the furnace. Good. Getting there. That goes to the furnace. This. Moving? You're not moving. Okay. Just about there, though. Panels are free.
1 minute left, Cutter. Time to start wrapping things up.
Yeah.
We wrap.
I know. We're just about there. Just about got the reactor free, but I guess it'll have to be tomorrow. Okay. This wall should be free. Go you. Get thee to a nunnery. Alright.
Deposit accepted.
Okay, tomorrow, reactor. 10 seconds left. Just do as much of this cleanup as we can. Go, you. Go. Okay, tomorrow. Oh, that was a brutal day. Look at that, $129,000. Coolant pipe, structure aluminum. Yeah, that went into the processor when it should have gone into the furnace. Oops. Work order review. Thruster class 1 in metal. Like, we're so close. We're so close. Just that reactor. Having no coolant for your reactor. Big deal. It's a big deal when you don't have coolant for your nuclear reactor. Who knew? Alright. Can you stay? Why do you scroll? You see how when I move the mouse into that area, the scroll changes? I call that a bug. Alright, greetings all. As our research suggested, the test results from forcing psychologically profiled music into the helmets of all salvage and reclamation division employees for the duration of their shifts has been quite promising. Our attempt at matching a specific genre of music based on each subject's psychological profile has in fact resulted in a dramatic increase in performance and productivity, in addition to a reduction in incidents of death and dismemberment by 12%. We've also noticed a number of these individuals humming while working, which is a proven expression of job satisfaction and heightened state of well-being. Well done, team. Keep it up. Yeah, you know, if you were gonna look at my psychological profile, so probably the music you're hearing is not what I would make a beeline to in my Spotify, but
Material deposited.
it's appropriate for the activity, right? That's what it's all about. And yes, I was humming this. In the last episode, I was humming this for sure. And I promised I wouldn't do it again. Is this all free? What happens if I give this a nudge? Oh, good. Okay, let's get that going on the processor. Break. Go downwards somewhat. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully as you're going in there, you can knock that other piece in as well. Okay. Yes.
Object accepted for processing.
Move this one
Credits
up.
deposited.
I've got lots of tethers. Don't have time to mess around today. Yesterday was not profitable, which is, you know, it's kind of a big deal. So today, if I get to this position, I should be able to pull off these panels and just launch them roughly straight into the processor.
Valuable object processed. Credits
I
awarded.
know this thing is full of fuel, and it freaks me out. Can I get into this thing pull that computer terminal off, is it just going to melt down right away? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so here's my plan. I'm going to be going backwards. I'm going to grab reactor and pull it out.
Meltdown
Yes.
detected.
And
Urgent
then
action required.
straight down. Almost straight down. Oh, I'm getting arcs. Come on, come on. Yes. Straight in. Straight in.
Salvage.
Oh,
Count
that's
credit
bad.
applied.
It's bad. It's bad. There's bad things happening with fuel. Oh, back off, back off, back off, back off. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I need one thruster to survive. Oh. I knew this was going to be bad. I knew this was going to be bad. But how bad is it? Have we got any thrusters left? We've got two. We've got two. Okay, you. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh. Where's the thrusters? We got no thrusters? Did we lose all the thrusters? Oh, we lost all the thrusters. Are you kidding me?
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Ah, that's so frustrating. It's 3 thrusters. I mean, oh, it's so aggravating. I mean, it's not registering it as destroyed. So do we knock it loose somewhere? Oh, it's not marking that objective as destroyed. So I'm gonna hold out hope that one survives somewhere. But it doesn't look good, fam. That doesn't look good. Looks really double plus on good. Oh, I'm frustrated. I am not happy, man.
Object accepted for processing.
So
Credits
we
deposited.
knew the fuel was going to be an issue. If we did the proper fuel withdrawal using the terminal inside the ship, that was going to cause a meltdown. We knew that too. And then so we opted to pull the reactor out without flushing the fuel, and that was bad. You know, it just feels like
Processing
there was no
valuable
good
object.
outcome there. It
Credits
just feels like there
awarded.
was no way to win. I could be wrong. The solution is probably to get good. Wait, what's that? Nope, that's a bit of keel. Just another token of my failure here today. Yeah, let's just boot that anywhere. Frustration. Okay, we gotta get over it. We gotta move on. Gotta get collecting things, moving things, and
Valuable object
yeah, and that's
processed.
going into the
Credits
furnace.
awarded.
So, you know, don't do that. Yeah. Why don't you give me some grief for that? Give me some anger. I just lost a big piece of nanocarbon into the furnace, so we'll just add a little bit of criticism. That'd be great. Okay. You get going. Don't go into the furnace. There's that piece of
deposit accepted.
I think this thing has frustrated me for the last time. Look at that. Who are you connected to? Inventing all that. Eat it. Yeah, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this spacecraft. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to use the whole buffalo. Let's get going. No? No? You're not gonna go? Alright. You're gonna go. You just don't know yet. Say how. Yeah. Throw this entire ship into the furnace. Because, you know, that's how I'm feeling about this right about now. This whole ship. Had some bad experiences. I'm just not feeling.
Raw material processed.
Not feeling
Credits
good about
deposited.
it. But we'll do our diligent best. We'll recycle as much as we can. Alright? 6 minutes left.
Welcome to
Let's see
Mr.
what happens.
Oxygen level stabilizing.
I'm gonna need more tethers.
Welcome to
See what happens when we
9000.
throw most of this thing into the furnace. You know, because at this point, it's what it deserves, you know? This ill-begotten ship, with no coolant, the reactor just waiting to explode, three thrusters that just couldn't wait to disintegrate on me. Yeah, we're just gonna let this go. Let it go where it needs to go. Alright. We're not getting any rewards for efficient use of tethers here, but let's get going, big
Alright,
boy.
Cutter, you got 5 minutes left of this shift before they turn the lights out on you.
Yeah.
Pitter patter.
Pitter
We're
patter.
out.
Pitter patter. If we cut this side off, put that in the other furnace. Let's get this half going. Go the other way. Just gonna cut this side free. Just gonna try to get this side going into this furnace, that side into that furnace. These pieces do not seem yet to be moving relative to each other, so keep slicing. Just keep cutting. Yeah, getting a little bit of sparking on my cutter on the side. That's alright. We'll get it sorted out. Come on. Alright. Close. So I think mission throw it all in the furnace is not going quite as well as I'd hoped. We've got a limited amount of time left, and I want to get that metal salvage credit at the very least. So we're not metal. So let's just
Valuable object processed.
commit and
Credits
merge.
deposited.
Not what I'm looking for here. Let's get this going with the furnace. Yeah, I know there's a bed and a chair attached to that. What of it? Let's get this going. A large amount of stuff. Just need to get it going.
Material
first.
deposited.
Okay, this thing, this feels like we could just got that left. Right? Just cut this through. All the way through. Come on. So is this ready to move yet?
Time is winding down, Cutter. Dig deep and let's finish
Yes.
strong.
Okay. Oh no. There's the thruster. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Salvage destroyed.
Come on.
Please
Come on.
revisit your
Come on,
training.
baby. We got it. We got it. I can't believe there it was. It survived and we got it. We've got 33 seconds left. You think we can finish this? You think we can do it? Go. Go. Go, 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 go. Go, go. Don't go into the furnace. That's not what I meant by go. Let's pull some salvage into the furnace. I don't know if we're gonna get all of the metal that we need today. Go. So the good news is we found that last thruster, and
Object accepted for
while I had done something stupid with it and it was ready to explode, I did manage to get it on the barge. So the story of today is one of last second redemption, right? You know, we knew we hadn't failed that objective, but I'd given up on it, right? I hadn't seen that last thruster that supposedly existed anywhere. And then, you know, as I was making hasty cuts, trying to get some metal into the furnace, suddenly we were looking at a thruster that I had damaged the adjacent fuel line. It was going to explode. But we managed to throw a tether on it and get it into the barge before the worst happened. So, oh man, look at this sad hulk. Look at this thing. What a mess. What a mess. Got pretty frustrated there for a bit. And I'm not going to say I was thinking rationally the whole time. But there's enough here.
Deposit accepted.
There's enough here to get our quotas for metal. That's gonna do it. Hydroponics cabinet? Sure, why not? Mount goes in the furnace.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Just a few of those mounts should get us closer to the quota. What is that? Aluminum panel. Go. You are so close. You are so close to going in. Can I give you a little loop? No, it's not gonna work. Alright. Gotta be really careful. These things will draw you in. But so I'm just outside the door of the furnace. One tether won't do it. 2 tethers won't do it. 3 tethers, I can see it moving just a little bit. Once it gets going though, it's gonna really go. Just add one more tether. Just grab that door control off it while I have the chance. What is that? That is processor. Yeah, throw that in the processor. Alright, here it goes. So I was going to complain, because we got that hull panel attached. And, I don't care at this point. This ship nearly killed us.
Raw material
This
processed.
ship
Credits deposited.
has been hard on our career. Oh, I'm down to 10 frames a second. Look at that thing. Give a thumbs up. See you
One
later.
order is now complete.
Yep. Oh, it's gratifying to see that disappear. Hope my frames per second come back up. Alright. Looks like we're returning to normal here. Alright, let's get this one going. It's not quite so large a piece, so hopefully the impact will not be quite so severe. Let's get that going. Look at this mess. Just look at this. It's amazing. Hydroponics cabinet. Get that down on the barge. Another one.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. That's some quality salvaging right there. Let's just get everything moving. Yeah, we're having a little bit of an FPS issue due to the large amount of stuff going into the furnace. We're good.
Processing valuable objects. Credits
Good.
awarded.
We're good. Okay, not much of this left. And, you know, I haven't been all that appreciative of this spacecraft. I haven't been all that careful around it. But I gotta say, you know, in the end, feeling okay. Feeling okay about how this turned out. We got our quota for the work order. Nobody died. Several $1 million off our debt. One unprofitable day, but
Valuable object
not too
processed.
bad.
Credits awarded.
And you know, all that on a new ship type. Gotta call that a win, right? You gotta take the W where you see it. So I'm gonna call that. Oh, hello. Just pull that off to the barge. You could pop that off earlier. Go. Now,
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
you know, at some point, I'm gonna pull this whole thing backwards so that I can get that last piece of nanocarbon. Got 9 minutes, right? Don't need to make a big mess here. Let's pull that back. Pull that back. What's that? That is a nanocarbon panel for a processor. Go. Go.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
First piece. Cleaning up one piece at a time when the rest of the ship looks like this. Let's just try one more pull. I just want to get this free. Let's see. Computer terminal in there. What else we got in there? Storage bin. Yeah, pop that free. Storage bin. That's free. Now let's try to swing this thing around. Now that I've popped those obstructions free. Is this thing ready to move? Oh, it's just gonna move the entire spacecraft, is it? You know, at one point I might have worried about this. I think now I'm a lot less less of a worry here. A lot less of a worry here about this ship. I think it's. I understand it. It understands me.
Deposit accepted.
And it is what it is. Damn it. Give me your candy coating.
Salvage secured. Account
Candy
credit
coating's
applied.
going into the processor right now. The wall terminals are delicious chocolate filling.
Salvage
Get this
secured.
going.
Credits deposited.
That is not a barge. That is not. Okay, see you later. Yep, we're at that time of day. We're at that time of day when it's quitting time. Everybody just wants to go home. And I'm gonna oblige. I'm gonna do 7 minutes of good work, or at work at least, and then everybody's gonna go home. I'm gonna feel like I've done what I needed to do. I feel like this ship has had worse
Secured.
abuse.
Account credit applied.
When you pull a ship in for salvage, and if the fuel tank goes dry, the reactor's gonna blow up. I feel like that ship might have had a hard life.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
The insults I've inflicted upon it today are fairly minor in comparison. But we won't really know.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
It'd be nice to have a little bit more of the history of these, the lore of the spacecraft. What was this last mission? What was it doing? When did they
Salvage
say,
secured. Account credit applied.
Johnny, I know you love your ship, but this thing's seen better days. Enough. Poor Johnny.
Welcome to
Only here
Thank you.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
to see his spaceship now. Yeah, that's a Hulk. That's a drifting Hulk. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Pop off that. Barge. I don't know what that is. Piece of metal fragment. This thing is just basically shrapnel at this point. No, that was not at all what I intended. Although, you can go if you really need to. Okay, let's get this going. Into the furnace. One more try here.
Cutter, you got 5 minutes left in this shift. Knock out that work order before they turn the lights out on you.
I did, Weaver. I did.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Let's get those tethers moving. Let's see, it's moving along. I mean, 5 minutes. It's looking good. It's looking good. Stop. Yeah. Trick will be. It's moving that way. Gonna need to move that way a little bit too. How does this look? Well, we've got to go in the right direction. Got a heck of a lot of shrapnel floating around. And,
Deposit accepted.
yeah, some of that's going to move with the Hulk. Some of it won't. So that stuff we can organize as we go, but ultimately, the main job here is to get several tons of aluminum into the furnace, although that won't help. Still moving. Still moving. Sometimes you want your tether strength to be a little higher, you know? Sometimes it just feels like could have done better. Maybe we can cut this thing out. The useless. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's just have a little bit of additional debacle right at the end here. Whoa.
Salvage deposit
I
accepted.
don't know where I'm at
Credits
right now. I'm
transferred.
not happy with it. Okay. Looks like we're just about getting there. Just about. Come on. We're so close. We're so close. I don't know why that one's turned red. Just need 70. Yeah. The tethers are fixing now to the wrong side of the panel. Which
Caution. Tether supplies running low.
is a complication I was not looking for at this point. Okay, get going. Get going. Get going. So, how can this just bend cool endlessly? Like, really? There's no reason for that.
Carter,
Wait,
we're getting
not you.
down to the wire.
What the heck are you doing?
Let's put a bow on this shift.
Go in there. So, you serious? We've got a minute left. This thing's still not.
Salvage destroyed. Please refrain from damaging.
Cutter, looks like you used your last tether. Head on over to the kiosk if you need more.
Got 29 seconds. Are you gonna make it? Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Yes.
Material deposited.
Yes. There we go. 10, 9, 8. You can lodge. You're just gonna lodge in the entryway there. Well, $1,571,710. Current debt down into the low 900,000s. You know, it looks like everything that could go wrong today did go wrong, and in the end, it still worked out all right. So I'm gonna leave it there. And maybe in between recordings, I'm gonna have to study up on these ships, because this just really feels like the kind of thing you can't walk into cold. You know, this one, we had the fuel issue and the coolant issue, and there really wasn't a good way out. But it was a trip. It was a journey, and I want to thank you for coming along with me. And you know, we survived and paid off a little bit of debt. So in the end, we did all right. All right. Thanks for playing along, and I'll see you next time.